You are a great asset to your church, and whatever you do, don't you change for nothing or nobody. Don't change for your kinfolk. Don't change for them lukewarm saints up in the church that are misbehaving. You are a great asset. When you follow your pastor, you are a great asset. You got to be careful. Because in some churches, in some organizations, you are taught to be yourself, be different. But sometimes different is confusion. Sometimes difference is chaos. There's a time to be different, but then there's a time that we have to unite and we have to show our leader that we are wise servant by doing what it is that the leader asks us to do. No matter how simple it sounds. Watch this right here. This is a powerful scripture. Psalm 50 and 16. But woe to the wicked, God says. What right have you to declare my statutes or to take my covenant in your mouth? Lord, what are you so upset with these wicked folks about? Seeing you hate. Seeing you hate instruction and cast my words behind you. Look what God told him before. He said, what right have you to declare my word, seeing that you hate instructions? What right have you to preach my word? What right have you to prophesy on my behalf? What right have you to be my usher? What right do you have to be my greeter? What right do you have to work in my youth ministry, seeing that you hate instructions? See, when you hate instruction, you have no right being in ministry, because ministry is about the carrying out of godly instructions. And when you hate instructions, listen, you are not ready for God's ministry. You're not ready. Look at somebody and just say to him or her, when you hate instructions, you're not ready for God's ministry. Tell your neighbor, not divine wisdom. Shout to somebody, not divine instructions. When you hate instruction that's coming from a good, bona fide leader, that you know telling you right, and you despise what he or she telling you to do, like it or not, you're not ready for ministry. Oh, Lord, come on. And you certainly ain't ready for the promotion that you've been begging for, because your action and your prove to me that you're not ready to be elevated. Because when I corrected you about not following instruction, your lips was poked out, and that was a sign that you don't value instructions and you're not ready for ministry. Some folks ain't ready to be an armor bearer. Some folks ain't ready for the dance ministry, because they dance like me. You ain't ready for you ain't ready for God's dance ministry. When you being told something right, but you get mad anyway, you wicked. You wicked. When you over the ministry but don't give your monthly love offerings and telling everybody else to get hell, and we check the book and you 6 months behind, oh, you don't even follow your own instructions. Y'all laughing, but you have folk like that in ministry that are okay giving instructions. They just hate to receive them. You have folk in ministry that don't mind being hard on other people. But the moment something just a little hard come on them, well, Pastor, I thought you appreciated all I do. I just go out of my way. That's okay. I understand. No, it ain't that. You have to understand the importance of carrying out instructions. Because I don't want to be wicked. Am I right? Go back to the verse. Go back to the main text. And notice David received instructions. And he was a great asset to Saul as well as to Israel. I want to let you know tonight, when you can carry out instructions, when you can receive commands and walk them out, you are a great asset to your church. You are valuable to your church. I don't care if you out front or behind the scene. If you are the type of person that you receive godly instruction and you walk therein, God told me to tell you tonight, you are a great asset to your church. And whatever you do, don't you change for nothing or nobody. Don't change for your kinfolk. Don't change for them lukewarm saints up in the church that are misbehaving. You are a great asset. When you follow your pastor, you are a great asset. You are highly valuable. Notice David was such a great asset that Saul set him over the men of war. When Saul looked at how this boy knew how to behave, knew how to carry out order, Saul said, son, come here. I've got to set you over. Listen, if you study it, when you look at history, he set David, who was young, over men older than him because he knew how to behave. It says to me, when I carry out godly instruction, promotion comes. Promotion. He set him over the men of war. But notice this. And Saul set him over the men of war. And he was accepted in the sight of all the people. Also in the sight of Saul's servants. When you know how to behave, you earn the respect of your fellow workers. You earn the respect of your leader when you know how to behave. When you know how to carry out instructions, you will have the respect of your leader. Notice the scripture said they accepted him, which says about them when they saw his obedience, when they saw his dependability, when they saw his loyalty, they had respect for him. It's sad, but there are some folk, if they don't come up, you basically respecting them on credit. You respecting them hoping they'll get it right. You respecting them hoping they'll change you. You respecting them, but you hope they quit playing games and just come on and be rated R. Just come on and be real. Enough with the games. Come on and just be real up in ministry. Come on and just be real in the choir. Come on and be real when it comes to doing what we do for God. And when you do that, listen, you earn people's respect. This is important because where there is mutual respect in ministry, we can unite with each other. When I know you value ministry and then you can look at me and know that I value ministry as well as you valuing it, that positions us to be able to work together. But it's hard to work with a person that you know always slacking off. It's hard to work with somebody that say one thing, but you know deep down they are procrastinator. It's hard for you to gain my respect when you take lightly what you do for God. And in our day and time, you have pastors who don't even value being the shepherd. And so members don't truly respect them. No, I'm not going to get that many amens. When Jonathan saw how David valued serving God and how the scripture had said about David, he was a man after God's own heart. Even Saul's own son, Jonathan, scripture say his soul was knit to David. So when he saw how this man knew how to behave it was somebody that when Jonathan saw him, he wasn't like his daddy Saul. Oh, it's bad when people can't even look at their natural dad, but they got to look outside the house in order to respect somebody. We ought to be able to look in our own auxiliary and be able to respect one another. We should be able to look within our own church and know we got some people that have earned respect when it comes to ministry. We got ministers over here that have earned your respect. They are loyal. They are dedicated. They've earned that respect because they care about ministry. And him and Jonathan was like this because Jonathan watched how David behaved. Are y'all with me? In my clothes, when you know how to behave, when you know how to carry out instructions, and you can be deemed a wise servant, tell your neighbor, watch out. Tell your neighbor, God is in the business of blessing wise servants. I need you to shout to somebody, if you're a wise servant, God is in the business of blessing wise servants. Tell your neighbor, bottom line, if you will be a wise servant, God will drop favor on you. If y'all don't mind, get up and go to 2-4 and tell them, if you'll be a wise servant, God will drop favor on you. Go to 3 more folk and tell them, just be wise and God will drop favor on you. Tell somebody else, be a wise servant and God will drop favor on you. If you'll just be wise, God will do what your eyes have not seen. If you'll be a wise servant, God will show up and meet every single one of your needs. If you will be a wise servant, God will show up and show out on your behalf. Tell your neighbor, I'm hearing that. And I'm receiving tonight. And tell your neighbor, if you ain't receiving, it's time to get your act together. Because tell your neighbor, God is talking about dropping favor like you ain't ever seen it. And while I was praying, God said, tell my people, if they'll be a wise servant, I'll drop favor in the life. I'll drop favor at the house. I'll drop favor in the bank account. I'll drop favor on the job. And I come to preach it real hard tonight because in my spirit is a knowing that God is about to reward folk that been wise, folk that been battling, but you've been wise, going through trials, but you've been obedient. God said, get ready. He gonna drop favor on you. Run to somebody and say, God dropping favor on me. I need some excited folk. Anybody want it? Anybody want it? Be seated. I'm gonna show you 2 scriptures and close real fast. Because there's no way you're going to walk in divine wisdom and not be blessed. Y'all don't hear me. I don't care what you've been going through, and I don't care how long you've been going through it. God told me to proclaim this word tonight that he already have been being good to his people, but that y'all have not seen nothing yet for what God is about to do. And it's going to be one of them blessings that every wise servant going to get blessed.